DK Audio presents The Religions Book, read by James Bryce. Introduction. There is no simple definition of the concept of religion that fully articulates all its dimensions. Encompassing spiritual, personal, and social elements, this phenomenon is, however, ubiquitous, appearing in every culture from prehistory to the modern day, as evidenced in the cave paintings and elaborate burial customs of our distant ancestors, and the continuing quest for a spiritual goal to life. For Paleolithic people, and indeed for much of human history, religion provided a way of understanding and influencing powerful natural phenomena. Weather and the seasons, creation, life, death and the afterlife, and the structure of the cosmos were all subject to religious explanations that invoked controlling gods or a realm outside the visible, inhabited by deities and mythical creatures. Religion provided a means to communicate with these gods through ritual and prayer, and these practices, when shared by members of a community, helped to cement social groups, enforce hierarchies, and provide a deep sense of collective identity. As societies became more complex, their belief systems grew with them, and religion was increasingly deployed as a political tool. Military conquests were often followed by the assimilation of the pantheon of the defeated people by the victors, and kingdoms and empires were often supported by their deities and priestly classes. All men have need of the gods. Homer. A personal god. Religion met many of the needs of early people and provided templates by which they could organize their lives through rites, rituals, and taboos. It also gave them a means by which they could visualize their place in the cosmos. Could religion therefore be explained as a purely social artifact? Many would argue that it is much more. Over the centuries, people have defied opposition to their faiths, suffering persecution or death, to defend their right to worship their god or gods. And even today, when the world is arguably more materialistic than ever before, more than 3/4 of its population consider themselves to hold some form of religious belief. Religion would seem to be a necessary part of human existence, as important to life as the ability to use language. Whether it is a matter of intense personal experience, an inner awareness of the divine, or a way of finding significance and meaning and providing a starting point for all of life's endeavors, it appears to be fundamental at a personal as well as a social level. There is no use disguising the fact. Our religious needs are the deepest. There is no peace until they are satisfied and contented. Isaac Hecker, Roman Catholic priest. Beginnings. We know about the religions of the earliest societies from the relics they left behind and from the stories of later civilizations. In addition, isolated tribes in remote places, such as the Amazonian forest in South America, the Indonesian islands, and parts of Africa, still practiced religions that are thought to have remained largely unchanged for millennia. These primal religions often feature a belief in a unity between nature and the spirit, linking people inextricably with the environment. As the early religions evolved, their ceremonies and cosmologies became increasingly sophisticated. Primal religions of the nomadic and semi-nomadic peoples of prehistory gave way to the religions of the ancient, and in turn, of the classical civilizations. Their beliefs are now often dismissed as mythology, but many elements of these ancient narrative traditions persist in today's faiths. Religions continued to adapt. Old beliefs were absorbed into the religions of the society that succeeded them, and new faiths emerged with different observances and rituals. Ancient to modern. It is hard to pinpoint the time when many religions began, not least because their roots lie in prehistory, and the sources that describe their origins may date from much later times.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?